Hello Pisces, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If Pisces is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading. We'll try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Pisces, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. So we've got the Prince of Cups. All right. I feel that you're somebody who is, you're typically very compassionate. I think you are maybe even a bit of an empath. I think that it is part of your nature to sort of be sensitive to the energy from other people. Okay. I think that you very often are affected by other people's energy, by their moods, by their aura, by their intentions, by their words, by a lot of things coming in from the environment. I feel as if you are, you're sort of learning how to, we'll set boundaries. You're learning how to kind of push back. You're learning how to express yourself and the energy that you wish to, instead of you going into a room and the vibe of the room then becomes your vibe, right? I feel like you're walking into a room and you're bringing your own vibe with you, for better or for worse. Maybe it's going to put you at odds with people in the room. Maybe they're going to take on your vibe, I feel like it's a much more expressive energy that you're moving into. I feel like the inner artist kind of is coming out, is being released into the world. I think you're a very creative person. I think you have a lot of ideas. You have a rich imagination. Maybe it's time to kind of start making plans to put some of those images and some of that imagination to work, right? Let's start manifesting what you see in your mind's eye. Yeah. Let's put this card into some context. Let's see what might be going on with this energy, where it might be taking us. There's a 5 of Pentacles, an 8 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, a Prince of Wands, a 7 of Swords. Okay, all right. We've got an Art or Temperance card. We've got the Star card. We've got the Hierophant and a Queen of Wands. Interesting. Interesting. I like the fire energy sort of at the top here. I like that we have a nice amount of earth energy. I feel that it's kind of you starting to express yourself. Again, it's sort of, for better or worse. That you are, you would rather meet with struggles, but do so on your own terms and because of your own choices and your own vision. You would rather take a chance on your imagination and have it fail than to succeed at something else, but it really isn't yours. Does that make sense to you? Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. And we're just going to set it down right over here with our tiny horse, Mr. Ed, right there on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end. It will tie everything together and it will give us the confirmation that we need. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. All right, let's do it together. Let's make it a group exercise. Let's take a look around the room. We have a nice amount of major arcana over here on this side. The pressure cooker leading to the star. What we don't want is conformity or convention, right? This is the sort of obstacle. This is the card we don't want. We don't want the Hierophant. In other words, you don't want to be told what to do. You don't want to live according to somebody else's vision or their idea of what is sacred. You are on your own sacred journey, come what may of it. Right? You're taking a chance on yourself, on your very own star. Right? And not on what might be pre-subscribed or preordained or, somebody else's idea. You're unconventional. You're going against the grain right now a little bit. Maybe a lot of bit. So we have our majors. We've got fire, fire, fire. We have really a very little bit of water. And the water, I think, is kind of your energy. It's almost as if you feel like a stranger in a strange land, that you're bringing this watery, creative, your own sort of unique vision of things into the world, and it feels like you're kind of an anomaly. It feels like you are oil and water kind of thing. That you're a little bit of a bubble in an otherwise kind of pure ocean. Yeah, because the Prince of Cups has air inside of it. So it's water on the outside with air on the inside. So it kind of is like a bubble. You're just kind of like you're a disturbance in the status quo. You're a little ripple that's taken place here. And I think that you like it that way. And I feel with the Five of Pentacles that you're shaking things up. You're changing things in life. That you are maybe putting some of your creative, fiery energy to good use, and you are focused on manifesting whatever you want, right? You are focused on your goals, even if people around you may not like that. Again, going against the grain, sort of breaking with convention. Maybe you're breaking with tradition. Maybe it's a cultural thing. Maybe it's a family thing. Whatever it is, I feel that you're doing something vastly different, right? And it almost does kind of feel like family or like some sort of tradition or cultural thing. And it feels like you're kind of like, you're going to do something different with your life. That you want to manifest something different, something that is more in tune with what you perceive to be your purpose, your destiny. We have the star card in the environment. Okay? So we've got our fire. We have very little bit of water. We've got a very little bit of air. We have our earth cards. It's, a lot of major arcana and a lot of fire. I feel like you're inspired right now. I feel like the spiritual energy is lighting you up. And it's giving you this intention. It's giving you this vision. It's giving you this confidence to manifest your will. Sort of come what may. People don't have to like it, So the Five of Pentacles is a lot of change in the physical environment. You might be getting ready for a big move. You might be saying to your friends or your roommates or your spouse or whatever, like, I'm leaving, I'm moving out, I'm going to go do something else. It's kind of like there was this restless energy that now has become decisive energy. That you just it says, I'm changing things. Right? It's almost as if we're kind of invoking a tower moment. I think your life is shifting. I think it may feel uneasy now, but it's kind of like, we have to break apart the old structure, the old routine, the old habit, the old crusty stuff that's just like the car's been sitting in the grass for so long, it's all rusted, Well, we're getting it running again. Right? And I think that this is really you. It feels like you're packing your bag and you're just saying, I'm going on an adventure. You're breaking with some tradition or some kind of the Hierophant energy that wants you to just kind of conform. It's, it's almost like it's asking, why do you have to be different? Why do you have to upset everybody? Why do you have to try to be, so unique and so special? Why can't you just do what the rest of us are doing? When you start going against the grain, I think you kind of invite the criticism from others, and that's what you're going to have to face moving forward as we run into that Seven of Swords. And we could be talking about, a family kind of situation where you're choosing to do something that nobody really approves of because it's too risky, it's too different, it's too weird, it's too special, it's too unique, right? But the Eight of Pentacles underneath the surface here, this tells me that you're not a rash or impulsive person, that you're very thoughtful, you're very considerate. So when we're doing something that is, let's say, going against the grain or going against the status quo, you're not unaware of how you're affecting other people. Okay? So I think this card is you trying to minimize the collateral damage. That you're finally standing up and saying, look, I've got a destiny that I have to fulfill. I can't stay here anymore. I can't keep doing the same thing anymore. Now, you're not trying to upset people. You're very aware of how your actions are affecting other people, and you're trying to do things in a very considerate and careful way, but you've got to do it. You've got to do it, right? It's the only way that you're going to fulfill your nature and feel a sense of completion in your life. Right? You've been blessed with divine gifts. You've got to use them, explore them, fulfill them. Okay? And I think having the intention that we see with the fire energy is the very first step in this process of manifestation, right? I feel like you're kind of, you've learned the art of manifestation, and all this fire is the intention and the commitment and then the sort of the aftermath of things, right? In order to change the earth, to change what you see in your environment. You want to manifest your divine nature. You realize that what's in your life now has to change. It's a 5. It's all about change, all about movement. If you want to grow something better, you've got to change what exists now. If you want a new life, a new routine, a new healthy advantage in life, or a new possibilities for growth, new opportunities for growth, you've got to sort of get away from the structure that you have now. You kind of have to tear it down a little bit. When it's after harvest season or whatever, you kind of have to, pull all the old plants out of the soil and get the soil back in shape. You sort of, I don't know what it's called, you till it or something. You sort of stir it up and get it all nice and ready for the next crop, the next planting, right? And so you have to kind of clear out all the old stuff that isn't working anymore. And I think it takes a lot of courage. Here's the 9 of Wands in the background position. I think you had a spiritual experience. You had an awakening recently, last year or so. I think you started to have a realization of your true will. And I think you kind of made a promise to yourself that you would do everything possible to get in touch with your divine nature and work toward manifesting that or fulfilling that nature, living up to your potential, right? Of letting everything that's within you, your sense of purpose, your sense of destiny, your creativity, your true being, who you are on the inside, that you're going to do your very best to manifest this new reality. Yeah. And it takes a lot of courage. This is the ability to endure the hardships, and I think that you're ready for this because I think you've been through a lot of difficult things in your life already, and so you know that it's going to be challenging, but you can handle it. And I think it's really the challenge of you venturing out into the world on your own, putting yourself at odds with maybe your friends, maybe your family, coworkers. The status quo, the Hierophant, is going to be very angry with you, right? And you're saying, okay, I know that, and that's I'm okay with that, right? And so there is a courage and a bravery here. And, it may be easy to get started on something like that, but then we've also got the Prince of Wands at the top here. So you know that it's going to have to be a sustained effort. We got the fixed fire energy up here. So this is knowing that something is meant for you when you're able to push past the resistance, And this is the energy that has to push past that Seven of Swords. This is consistent fire energy. You're maintaining the same level of ambition, right? Of perseverance. Okay, you got your foot on the gas. You're not letting up. And we have to go through the Seven of Swords, the criticism from outside, from the world around you, but also the criticism from your own mind. There's going to be a lot of tests for you. You're going to have to go through the gauntlet. Spirit is going to really test your mettle, right? It's going to test how committed you are to manifesting your goals, your dreams, your desires, wishes, hopes, and aspirations. Spirit's going to throw a lot of things your way. Things coming from your own mind. Things coming from people around you, the world around you. Little obstacles. People criticizing you. People really trying to convince you that you're foolish, convince you that you're doing the wrong thing, convincing you that you're no good at this, or that it will never become a reality, that sort of thing. And that's the real pressure cooker that we see here. Now we're going to talk about the path of the serpent. As we do this, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's free. And it supports the channel, and I really do appreciate that. So the real pressure cooker is then if you can endure all of the challenges of being out here in the world on your own, and whatever this situation really is for you. There's going to be a lot of challenges. And it's the only thing you can rely on is yourself, is your heart, is your muster, is your resolve, your own inner strength. Okay. Because this is making sure that you are sort of, it's kind of like Spirit is testing you to make sure you're worthy of this power, teaching you how to be strong enough, which is really one of the secrets of, the art of manifestation, is to have that iron will to do it. That no matter what happens, you're staying committed, you're staying the course. Whatever storm, you're sailing to your goal. That even when your own mind turns against you, you're not going to quit, you're not going to give up. Okay? So I don't know if this is you kind of saying, hey, look, I want to go, be an acrobat or something, or I want to go, be a sailor on of the seven seas, or I want to be an astronaut, or whatever it is. I think that you are going to run into some hardships, sure. But the fact that you are persisting through those hardships is proof positive that this is meant for you, and that it is indeed, as the star card shows, it is your destiny, right? And this is the only thing that you really have on your side now is the starlight. You're lost out here at sea. The only thing you have is the constellations above you showing you which way. You're navigating by starlight, that's it. You're all alone. It's dark, it's scary. And all you have is the star above you showing you the way. But it's enough, right? That belief in your own divinity is enough to see you through this hardship. We intentionally put ourselves into a hardship, right, in order to achieve a goal. And the only thing we really need is that divine essence. Right? The world can be as harsh as it wants. Other people can tell us whatever they want. My mind can turn against me, but you're not losing sight of your pole star, your lodestar. Yeah. And the Hierophant, of course, is what we come up to, and it is that sort of, the Hierophant to me kind of feels like the final boss right now. You know, it feels like it is, it feels like it's kind of like, it's like that final gateway, you know, that is really trying to get you to turn back. Okay? And on the other side of it, of course, we see sort of the aftermath, and we see a lot of satisfaction in the Queen of Wands there. But with the Hierophant, I think it's going to be sort of a temptation. It's almost like in order to get you back on their side, let's say, you might be tempted with a lot of gifts, a lot of rewards, right? That kind of say, look, if you join us, you could have all this power in the world, you know. All you got to do is turn around and go back to sleep, yeah. And then you can have everything you want, you know. And it's kind of that last temptation, you know. It's I don't know, if you're this kind of rebel, then what the establishment or what the institution or what the status quo wants to do is to buy you out, you know. Come join us and you can have anything that you want. Just please don't be a rebel, don't be an outsider, you know. Come join the status quo. They don't like strays, you know. So this is, again, that final temptation. And what we see on the other side is beautiful energy. This is someone who is proud of themselves, confident in their achievements, very, very satisfied with what they've done, with how much they've accomplished, even when it seems like everything's against you. Okay? Because what you're doing is waking up to your own divine nature, and the forces of darkness want to keep you asleep. Okay? And you're going to be tempted with all the gold in the world, right? But on the other side, if you pass that final test, then I think there is a real power. Right? This is mastering that art of manifestation. Okay? And then there is the satisfaction that you did it with your own strength. You didn't sell your energy away. You know? You didn't succumb to those forces of darkness. And you didn't go back to sleep no matter how tempting it was. Okay, now I don't know exactly what you're doing. This feels a little abstract to me. I don't know if this is you, you know, trying to move into a different career, or trying to just, you're doing something that's totally against the grain. I don't know what it is. I'm not sure I want to know. I'm curious, but I think if you stay strong, you will be very satisfied with what you accomplish. All right. I want to look at the mystery card. I would like this to be, I'd like it to be either some really good earth energy or really good water energy. I want to see either like the financial, physical rewards, or the kind of water satisfaction, you know, all the bliss that's going to be yours if you pass these tests, you know. If you have a prediction for this card, put it in the comments. Seven of Cups. Now, it is water energy, but these are the temptations coming from the Hierophant. The Hierophant's going to say, you're here, you made it. Congratulations, here are your rewards. These are illusions. These are things that you will be tempted with that really don't matter. Okay? Again, it feels like at the last moment when you're just this close to success, you're going to be tempted with all of these illusions, distractions. Yeah? And what you have to do is deny those to get to the real goal, which is that, of course, that Queen of Wands, right? Your satisfaction and confidence that you can manifest your will, the power of manifestation itself is the goal. These are the rewards that the Hierophant will try to tempt you with, and if you should accept those, then it means that you've lost. It means that you've gone back to sleep. Now, it doesn't mean that you can't accept payment for the work that you're doing. You can't accept, food and shelter and accolades and, the success of your work. But I feel like this is somebody trying to buy you off, right? Pay you off, so that you don't achieve what is it that you're really trying to achieve. So in that sense, we need to know exactly what the intention is. What is the goal here so that you won't accept anything less? This is sort of the consolation prize. It'd say, okay, look, if you would just go back to sleep, I'll give you all these things. Okay? No, you want the power. Right? This is very interesting. I don't know exactly what this is. But we will do an extended reading, and if you want to stick around for it, there's a link up top. There's one down below. New readings for Pisces are on Thursdays and Sundays. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. It is totally free. It doesn't cost anything. Leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you, and I love you, and we're all in this together.